What's up, my party people? It's your boy, Darshaun Smith, back again for another episode of the Positivity Hour. And today's podcast number is 146. Today, we're going to be talking about the fact that there's a lot going on in this world. And if you're not paying attention to it, like, you're only hurting yourself. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not just talking about the political elections that are coming up here soon. I'm not just talking about the fact that it is actually the real temperature outside is negative 16 degrees right now, Fahrenheit. So that's like, negative 42 C's for everyone else in the world. You know what I'm saying? Really cold, okay? You thought it was cold where you're at. Iowa, it's different here. And I'm not just talking about, paying attention to yourself and those around you so you make sure you got the snakes, cut out the garden, and most importantly, you're taking care of your health. Because what's the point of leveling up if you're not also going to improve your physical presence as well, so that you can live a long life and actually try and achieve something worth value, you could say. So we're going to be talking about all that in today's episode and more. And yeah, we're probably going to do all that in the next 10 to 20 minutes. You never know. This might be an hour. So get some popcorn, drink a snack. I said drink a snack. Maybe a protein shake. You could drink those. I guess that's a snack. Or, what I was trying to say is drink some water. I drank all of mine already. So big sad. I got to re-up right after this. But I need to get this information out because I need to go dig my car out and then see if it starts and then hit the gym still. Because just because it's negative 16, I'm still going to take my own advice and go level myself up. So get to work. That being said, pay attention or else, I typed out like 3 or 4 different titles. I was like, which one do I want? Okay, like this one kind of is clickbaity, but it is very true. You know what I'm saying? Pay attention, be perspicacious, or else. You know what I'm saying? Hey, we're gonna Google this live right now. What is perspicacity? Okay, perspicacity. Okay. Because I don't know how to spell the word, but believe it or not, spelling it how it sounds got me very close. So remember that. Major key to life. We're already providing value. Oh, yeah. The quality of having a ready insight into things, okay? Like perspicacity. Like you need to understand that things don't happen in the world just to happen. And I'm not saying this is some conspiracy theory or things of that nature. What I'm saying is that this world is a physical realm in which every equal action has an opposite action. When I put thrust into the ground, I jump, When someone puts money and effort and support of large networks behind a candidate, maybe they come out on top, you know what I'm saying? When the weather is high pressure over here and low pressure over here, we see wind go that way. Equal and opposite reactions. Everything has a cause, everything has an effect. But a lot of y'all just kind of let life happen to you. I remember having a conversation with someone about this the other day, about people who just let life happen to them. And why? Like, why would you go through life not trying to play an active role in life? Why would you go through your life not caring about what the people in charge think, say, and do about things that involve you directly? You know what I'm saying? Why are you just gonna go NPC mode, as the young kids say nowadays, and not do your personal best to be the main character in your own story? One of the podcasts in which I'm not going to link because, it's by a person you may not like, but maybe I will just because. But I'm not going to say the person nonetheless because it's what the person said. It doesn't matter who they are. It matters what they said. And they said in this podcast that I was watching this last week that one day, they were just out on the town, going out to eating some food, living their life as one should, now that they are free. And they overheard this couple on a date. And when they were on this date, they were just talking about this and that and this and that. And over the course of an hour, they did not talk about anything at all that they have achieved in their life, or that they liked really in their life, or that they wanted to get to one day. Ambitions, dreams, goals, aspirations, just to name a few. It was always, like this music artist, this celebrity, how their kids are doing, this or that, my interest in this person, that place, la-di-da-di-do-da-day, the opposite, the exact opposite of main character syndrome. And I'm not saying you need to go through life with main character syndrome. And for those who don't know what that is, I'm going to define that as well right now for you. Main character syndrome. My phone was listening to me. It literally already had it typed up. Okay. Main character syndrome is a term popularized on TikTok to describe self-centered people. Having main character energy typically means someone sees others in their life as supporting acts. Experts say main character syndrome is usually a response to feeling out of control in one's life. Now, I'm not, like I said, I'm not saying you need to have main character syndrome and be a really conceited, self-centered person. But at the same time, what I'm saying is if you're going to live life, why not play an active role in your own dang story? What I'm going to reference here is actually a Black Mirror episode. And it hit this on the nail perfectly. It's like Netflix went super crazy and they allow you to like have your own story about you that you're the main character, but it's like I don't know. I don't even know how to explain it because it was so crazy. But it was in their most recent season that just came out in the last like six months or so. So I'm gonna link that. Go watch that Black Mirror episode in the comments below. Yeah, insane. That being said, like I said, if you're gonna live this life, be a main character. Pay attention. Be perspicacious. Understand that there are things out here that you can't control. Understand in life, there are things that you can control. And it is the difference between the two that a lot of people get lost. They get confused. They don't understand the true power that they have, that they possess. And I'm here to talk about that in a different, couple different ways. You know, one is, like I said earlier in this in this video, is the caucus tomorrow for the Republican nominees here in the state of Iowa, in which I currently reside. I'm not saying you need to go vote Republican. I'm not saying you need to go like Donald Trump or dislike the what's his name, Vivek guy, the other billionaire who's running, or Nikki Haley. I don't care, okay? Like, I don't care how you swing. You know what I'm saying? I don't care if you're the most liberal, the most conservative. We can have a normal conversation because that's what we are at the end of the day. We're humans and we talk and we need to live together. Doesn't matter the political background. At the end of the day, when that tree falls down on your house, you still gonna need a place to stay. So you better be nice to your neighbors so you can sleep on their couch for a week, okay? And you only do that by being active, being perspicacious, understanding, listening, la-di-da-di-do-da-day. But my point that I was trying to get to here before I got off on the side story in my derecho PTSD, see the vlog up there about that. That was crazy. Was go vote. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you're a Republican, like, go let your voice be heard. If you're a Democrat or something, go let your voice be heard. If you are an independent, big old Bernie Sanders with his gloves fan, go let your voice be heard. I don't care what you do. Just play an active role in the story that is the United States of America. You know, because I see all the time, my vote doesn't count. It's not important to vote. What are they actually going to change? Nothing's going to happen. This and that. It's like, bro, what are you talking about? Where I currently live right now in Iowa is not where I'm registered to vote. But at the same time, I might need to register to vote here because the person who actually won this last cycle for the U.S. House of Representatives won by literally 40 votes. 40, okay? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. 45, 50. I don't remember what number I said, 40 or 50, but you get the point. They won by such a small margin that it's like the definition of if you would have just brought one more person with you, that other person would have won. If you would have just, encouraged another person to go be an active person in their story, in their, greater big picture of what this country can be and what have you, they would have actually been able to make the change and see who they wanted to see win. But because they were like, it doesn't matter, or because the system, the Matrix has demoralized you. I air quoted the Matrix there, but you probably heard it in the voice. The Matrix has demoralized you to the point where it's like, oh, your vote doesn't matter. Oh, this doesn't Like I said, I don't care who you vote for. Okay, just go out there and vote. Like, this is a representative democracy. Okay, like, the people in power are always going to make laws for the people in power. So what you need to do is vote for the people who at least want to give you the slightest little bit of chance to get out of where you're currently at. And then once you make it, vote for the people who are going to keep everyone suppressed. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. That's how some people look at the life. Some people, you know, the rich, famous billionaires, like Mark Cuban's one of these people. He's like, yeah, should I pay more tax? Most definitely. I'm a billionaire. I have way too much money. But am I going to? No, because, like, what's the point? The tax code says I don't have to, so why would I? I'm following the law. So, and then you hear people complain about it, and it's just like, shut up, bro. Shut up. You all talk, no game. You a side character in your own story. Be perspicacious. Pay attention. And actually play an active role in your story and where you want to get to. Another thing I want to talk about, you know, the mass shooting that happened in Iowa, 2 weeks ago now? Week and a half ago at Perry High School. It's so sad. The first national shooting, or the national, like, what's it called? Mass shooting, there we go, of the year happened also in Iowa. 11 days before a Republican caucus in this great state where we know how they feel about guns and, you know, things of that nature. Like I said, I'm not trying to sway you in one way or another. I personally don't care what you do. But what I am saying is, like, this is another thing that people just kind of overlook. You know what I'm saying? It's also the inverse. You know, you do get a crowd of people that speak up. You do get a crowd of people that actually act. You do get a crowd of people who say enough is enough, and that's why you have, like, Mothers Against, like, Gun Violence, or, you know, this or these other organizations, nonprofits, things of that nature, who feel the need to go out and advocate for, like, either way you stand on it, like, more police in schools, less police in schools. Let's take away some people's guns. Like, I don't know. Like, there's no right or wrong answer, but it's what we all agree upon. It right now, we don't even agree upon the fact that we need to have a discussion. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's a problem. And I think, like, especially with this mass shooting, like, literally, like, an hour and a half from where I'm at right now, 2 hours away, something like that. It's just crazy the amount of people who really cared in the moment, who really felt passionate in the moment, and now it's, you know, 10 days later and no one cares. You know, no one's saying anything because that Republican caucus is tomorrow. Why is it that no one is talking about the fact that a mother and her husband no longer have their kid because they got shot in the brain, you know, while they were just at high school? You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not saying there's an agenda here or this or that. I'm just saying, like, think about this, like, and understand why some people care, other people's don't. Other people's care strategically, you know, other people's, you know, do what they need to do to get to where they need to get to in life, and why you can't even do the same. You know what I'm saying? Ask yourself these questions, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, play an active role in your life. But like I said, the elections, you know, this mass shooting, the weather outside, it's all cause and effect. It only happened because something else caused it, okay? And the one thing I found very interesting in the case of this mass shooting and the young man who ended up, you know, just, you know, shooting a lot of people, you know what I'm saying? I think, five or six people got shot, one died, and he was a 17-year-old, something like that. And he also died. Oh yeah, he killed 3 staff members and he died from a self-inflicted gunshot. Yeah, so a whole bunch of people died. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy out here. I say all that to say that what I found most interesting about this, and it's the whole reason I talk about the pay attention or else, you know what I'm saying, is that the reason why this man wrote the suicidal letter to his friends, or the post of, "You've always been a good friend to me, but enough's enough," or all of these different signs that you've seen out there that this person was going to do something rash or something like that. Like the only reason homie did all of this was because he was just a young, confused dude getting bullied a little too hard in school. Okay. And that says a lot of things about the state of our country, and most importantly, the state of the Western world, but even more so, the state of the world in general. One, we gotta start teaching dudes how to be dudes again, okay? Like, bruh, like, I got bullied like a mother trucker in high school. Oh, you're fat, being dipped, man, boobs. Oh my God. I'm hearing all of it, bro. Okay, I heard all of it. I wasn't like, oh, I'm gonna go shoot up the school. No, bro. Like, I was like, I need to hit the gym, bro. I need to figure out how to talk to girls. I need to level up. I need to become that man. I need to become that guy. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how I was raised. You know what I'm saying? That's how my mom, my father, the friends, the few friends I had at the time, they weren't just like, oh, like, whatever, bro. Like, love your curves. No, they were like, bro, hit the gym. Like, do something. My sister drugged me to Planet Fitness, and I'm still there to this day. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. But I say all that to say that, like, one, like how we're raising the next generation of children is concerning. You know what I'm saying? They're all soft now, okay? And I'm not saying we need to, like, toughen them up and hit them or something like that. But some of these kids need to be hit. Okay, I'm gonna just say it. But that said, like, bro, if like, see the signs when something's not going right. If you're seeing, and like, supposedly this person had friends, if you're the friend who's seeing stuff like this, like, don't just be like, oh, it's nothing. Like, bro, play an active role in that person's life. Be a main character in their story too. It's not just yourself. You know, humans, we're a society-based species. You know what I'm saying? We live together when we're families. You know, we raise our kids until they're pretty much almost fully developed, which takes 18 years plus. You know what I'm saying? 25 for dudes. I'm still not developed. I'm 22. But, you know, we don't even play an active role in those we care about, like your friends, your family. Like, see the signs. This person was showing signs for a while that they were not okay, that they needed some help, that they this or that. You know, and this is just one case. I'm not saying this happens in every case, but I'm saying, like, me personally, like, this could have been prevented, in my opinion. And it's only because people weren't being perspicacious. They weren't paying attention to the insights and the small signs of just being a good human at the end of the day. Like, don't get it twisted. Like, don't just be giving out compliments to give out compliments. I do this all the time. You know, I used to, is what I should say. But now I'm like, okay, when I'm like, oh, you did a good job, that's because, like, you went out there, like, you performed well, put a smile on someone's face, mission accomplished. You entertained, you know, good job. You did the thing, you know. Oh, you got paid. Okay, you closed on that client. You got the invoice, got paid on time too. Good job. You're running a business. Wow, amazing. You know what I'm saying? Play an active role in people's lives. Be there to support a person. Don't just be there to be there. You know, that's kind of lame in my personal opinion. But I say all this to say, you know, I digress. And for those who don't know what digress means, we'll Google this as well, okay? This is an educational podcast now, all right? Lord, type faster, Darshaun. Digress. Definition. The definition of digress is leave the main subject temporarily in speech or writing, okay? I digress. The reason I'm saying all of this, you know, is be the change you want to see in the world, you know? I'm not gonna lie, I kind of forget who said that. I think it was Maya Angelou, something like that. Angelou? I forget how you pronounce it. But prominent figure nonetheless. Be the change you want to see in the world. Like, we see all of this going on, and, you know, whether it's the politics, whether it's the weather outside, whether it's your neighbor who can't even dig their own car out the snow, you know what I'm saying? Because, you know, they have troubles regulating their body heat normally or something like that, you know? And normal just means most people, okay? It doesn't matter what it is, you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, in general, we see now more than ever humans, Homo sapiens, especially in the Western world, not giving a flying skadoodle about those who are around them. And I think that's a major problem. I think that we need to change that, and I think we can do that by just paying more attention. I think we can do that by being more perspicacious. I think we can do that by just saying, hello, how are you? What happened? What do you need me to do for you? You need the gym? I got a Planet Fitness Black card. I can bring a guest for free. Let's go. I'm gonna get you started. Once you get that money up, you're gonna get your own. It's gonna be cool. You know what I'm saying? Oh, like, shoot, you need food recommendations? Bet. Here's for this price range. Here's for this price range. Here's for this price range. You know what? Hey, take a 20, bro. It's on me today. You know, like, hey, oh, like, bro, you're getting made fun of at school? Oh, that's so sad. You know what I'm saying? It's not sad, actually. That just means that you need to level up. You know, that's just society saying that, hey, you have potential. And people only hate when you're doing something that they can't do. You know what I'm saying? It's how you frame it. It's how you go to that next stage. It's how you level up. It's how you become better. You know what I'm saying? So with all that being said, it's been a 20-minute episode. I could keep on rambling, but I think the point has been pointed. You know what I'm saying? I think that's a good way of saying that. I think the point has been pointed. I'm putting that on the t-shirt. All that said, thanks for listening. You could have been anywhere else in the world today. And best believe, like I said, don't just listen to this episode and be like, oh, I did my part. I listened. This information means nothing if you don't actively go do something about it. Like, go speak to your mom and make sure she's good today. Go speak to your father and make sure she's good today. Check in on that friend that you said you was friends with or whatever and make sure that they're good today. Maybe they don't respond. Maybe they don't do this. Maybe they don't do that, okay? I'm just saying, like, play an active role. Be perspicacious. Pay attention or else the worst will happen. Pay attention so that you can play an active role in making the best happen in a situation. That's why I said that, because depending on how much you pay attention depends on how the outcome is. But it's not enough just to pay attention. You need to act. And with that, we gone. Make sure you like, subscribe, unsubscribe, hate, comment, follow, unfollow, share, report. Thanks for watching. Like I said, you could have been anywhere else in the world, but you're here today with me. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It's been your boy, Darshaun Smith, the host of the Positivity Hour, episode 146. We gone. Woo! Ha ha! Bing bong.